The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Don't you go anywhere, young lady, because we're going to be talking about what you went through yesterday. So, of course, the heat. Yuck,
Yes,
gross, go away.
horrendous.
Yesterday was disgusting.
Yeah, it was horrendous.
I told everyone earlier I went to take the bins out. Just two trips. Two trips to the bin, and I was sweating by the
Like
time
a
I got
demon.
back. And then, Shaun, when I went to the shop, after I realised it only takes two trips out to the curb to make me sweat,
Yeah.
I got in the car and had to go to the shops, and I drove past a couple of people that were doing some council work on one of the verges, a guy and a girl, and they were wearing long sleeve shirts, and they were digging. Like, I would have been able to
Actual
put the shovel in
physical
once,
labour.
move some dirt, and then stood there for 10 minutes and recovered. And they were just like machines.
Yeah.
And I was blown
And
away
yet
by
Nathan
the people
will
that were working.
still say no one works harder than us.
Down the,
Nat.
down the road from Nat on the way home, the same people were doing that kind of stuff. They were refitting curbs and putting
Yes.
some pavement down that. And
Yes.
down the road from you, I reckon
know.
there was 15 people out
So,
there just
look,
going hard as...
If you worked yesterday in the heat, you were an absolute champion.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, it's amazing to see the storms that were happening, Ali, and that was in your area.
Yeah, it came through in the afternoon while I was having a nap, and it was quite scary, but stuffed up all my
Did
plans.
you lose your power and stuff?
No, we
I've
didn't,
been reading.
luckily.
You're
No,
lucky.
no.
But you saw the storm and it was
Yeah.
full on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I literally saw it roll over, and then thunder.
Hail. This is hail. A chick was driving to the hail. She couldn't even see out of the windscreen. You couldn't even see the windscreen wipers.
That's
how
when you
bad it
pull
was.
over.
That is when you pull over. But the thing that blows me away, and this is especially because of the heat yesterday, is the amount of people that are out without power until what time today?
Well, okay,
possibly,
so I'm
Matt?
just checking the Western Power website now. So there are currently 92 active outages in Western Australia. So that's not households. That's
Areas.
the areas gone down.
92.
Now, some of those, there's a lot in the sort of 2J,
Yeah.
that kind of
Northern.
area, Mundaring, Parkerville, and there's places like, some of those have got like 1,600 customers, 3,000 customers in around Beverley. But there's one that struck me, Mount Hawthorn,
Yes,
that's close to home.
Mount Hawthorn.
One house is affected.
They just didn't pay their bill.
They feel targeted.
Pay your bill.
That's pretty simple.
And because I've got a place up at 2J, I got a text message yesterday that said, that it originally said that the power, so this is at 1 o'clock yesterday, power outage, we're looking that they hoped it would be restored by 6 o'clock last night. Then later at 4:30, they said it would be restored by around 12 o'clock today. And then they send a message saying the storm has resulted in 33,000 without power and over 100 hazards. Restoration times will be delayed. Please be patient while we ensure the network is safe and fire weather conditions ease. So imagine all those liney texts for Western Power, the work that they're having to do now to restore power when there's so many outages. And they go all the way down to Denmark. So,
wow.
the whole state's been hit.
Yesterday, if I was without power yesterday,
I know. And last night.
I would have gone to the bottle line and sat in the ice fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. How could you deal with the heat?
That is unbelievable.
Air
When we were down Bustleton for Christmas, my dad likes to invent an imaginary problem that may happen to him, and then he fixates on whether it's going to happen or not. And this trip was the power's going to go out, and all of the stuff in the freezer's going to go off.
Because it's got many chest freezers.
It didn't happen. Oh, because at the back of Dad's house, Dad's got so many freezers and fridges, and they're all connected to one power board.
What could go wrong?
So the power does trip off quite a lot. So it is a constant fear of Dad's. Yeah. But it didn't happen. But
He could manifest that.
Imagine if the power went off.
Yes. Well, this is the thing.
And then you lose everything in your 20
Yeah.
freezers, which everyone has, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Everyone.
We want to talk about the worst time the power has gone off. If you are currently experiencing no power and you had to go through the heat
Yes.
yesterday with no
and
air
listening
conditioning,
to us on a wind-up radio.
we would love to hear from you as well. When the power goes out, big problems that arose for you,
Yeah.
let us know what they were. We're going to give somebody a way to get out of that situation. How about an overnight stay at Rendezvous Perth
Nice.
Scarborough? Yeah, check out the Rendezvous Film Club with exclusive club access. That's where you can go and watch the movies on the roof.
Lovely.
You can head to rendezvousperthscarborough.com.au.
All right, we are talking about how bad it is when the power goes out,
got the
especially
power.
when it's super hot.
Kathy's in Bindoon. Hi, Kath.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, good.
Kathy.
Between storms and fires, you guys have been copping it.
Oh, we've been really lucky. The fires have gone around us. We
Yeah.
were thinking we were going to have to get out in a hurry on Saturday and then also on Monday, but we were lucky enough that it had been downgraded and the wind was blowing in the other direction.
Right.
So we were really lucky about that.
Kathy, can I ask you about the fire situation, living where you do? Are you always prepared and ready to go? Because, it can happen at any time. So you're ready to grab the stuff that you need, the section, and off you go?
Yeah, well, we actually didn't move into the area. We moved out of suburbia and up there probably about 5 months ago. So we've got a fire trailer that had been left on the property. We made sure that was up and running. But to be honest, probably hadn't really grabbed the stuff that we needed to, especially my daughter's, who's out of the state at the moment, until Saturday morning. And got all that together. But, you sort of identified what you need to grab in a hurry to be able to get out. We're lucky we've got a guy behind us that is an ex-fire and does fire prevention.
Great.
So,
great.
we're really lucky with that. So he's got our numbers, and if he thinks that there's something, he's got a fiery radio, so if he thinks that there's something we need to know, we'll know in a hurry to be able to get out. But it's been a bit of a sketchy first few months.
The things you guys had to be prepared for is unbelievable. Imagine, so say if we go out and we have a big night, right?
Yep.
And then the next day you basically write that whole day off. And sometimes, it's different for you for a family, Sean, but I could have my phone off and not speak to a person.
Yeah, I get it.
You
Yeah.
can't do that when you live in an area like Bindoon because you need to be contactable and aware at all times. Isn't that right, Kath?
Yeah, and it's the actual, there's a couple of apps which are great, which alert you to what's going on, especially with fire and storm in the area.
Yep.
So, without contact on your phone, you've literally got no idea what's going on around you, which could be disastrous.
So a fully charged power bank is an important part of your kit, isn't it?
And then when you look at things like, when the Optus network went down, if that was to happen,
right.
you're stuffed.
Yeah. So what was it like when the storm hit yesterday then, Kath?
Well, I was actually at work in Malaga when the storm went down, and I had seen a couple of things pop up on we've got a local page for our street. So then I've obviously had a look on the weather, and it had obviously gone through. There was people that had lost verandas, there was flooding, there was trees down, and we've got friends that actually have a property in Lower Chittering, so I have called or sent her a message. And her mother-in-law that's on the property had actually just sent a message saying that they'd had a lightning strike, and a tree had briefly been alight on their property.
Oh,
thankfully, it was raining.
That's hectic.
And neither of them were home, and the mother-in-law is not able to get out on her own. So, my friends obviously got straight in the car and straight up there. So we were lucky we didn't lose anything, but driving up to our street behind the lake is like absolute carnage.
Yes.
So,
and then on
you
top
feel
of that,
you feel so thankful that your house is okay, but then you feel equally devastated because someone else over the road isn't.
And then on top of that, no power.
Yeah.
Oh, the power, so that was a bit, we were lucky enough we got a decent breeze in our room, but I was actually calling in because the power was, obviously an issue, but I'm a Mad Scorchers fan, so I've set up Foxtel Go on my mobile to watch it last night, and I think we had a couple of mobile towers go out because I didn't actually have decent internet this morning until I've reached nearly Niche. And it went out right as they went to the third umpire to see whether or not, I don't even know if it was Silco Enriquez that was getting out. It literally went down then. I had no idea who had won or lost, whether we'd won or lost.
Got some bad news for you.
Your 7:30 report as I was leaving for work, that's what told me to
It was a great match, went down to the very last ball.
Wow.
Sorry, missed it. Thanks,
Thanks, Kathy.
The real victim of all of this.
Let's go to Midland and chat with Nikki. Hey, Nikki.
Hi.
Hey, Nikki. So we're talking about, being without power, especially during this heat. What are you experiencing right now?
Not much right now, but it was a couple of summers ago where we were without power for 4 days.
4 days.
It was horrible. So I used to always make fun of my dad for buying all the camping lights and everything.
Yeah.
To say he lit up the house that week, so...
It was worth it.
All of these camping lights, I'd never said anything ever since.
Yeah, that's right.
we bought a camping light. I'm like, perfect. That's great. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, your dad
now,
gets to be
so-
right
he
forever.
does. Now you need
Why
to,
don't-
don't you?
I've never been a person that had camping lights, and we had a power outage probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago, and or maybe not that long ago. But anyway, one of my neighbours, Danica, she dropped off a camping light to me and
Yeah.
Marnie, and like shared a camping light, and I've never given it back.
They pump out a
Danica,
fair
I know
bit
I've
of
got it.
light.
Yeah, well, we had to drop all of our food off to friends and family to put in the freezer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thanks, Nikki.
Thanks, Nikki.
Kylie's in Wooroloo. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Okay,
Hi,
so
Kylie.
you guys got hit yesterday, yeah?
Yeah, we went home. We saw it roll in. I actually had to pick up my other half from work. He had heat stroke.
Oh. What does
heat.
he? What does he do?
He's a diesel mechanic.
Oh,
right.
heavy
So
work.
we went to the hospital. We heard all the stories of like trees landing on houses and
Yeah.
people getting hit. But by the time we got home, the power hasn't been on. I'm actually sitting at like 15 minutes from home at the petrol station, so I can see if daycare's on because that's all been cancelled because it's too hot for the kids.
Oh, Kylie, you're going through the ringer.
What?
Literally
Yeah,
now.
the food's not like the fridge is starting to get warm now. But
Yeah.
I think the generator next door was the loudest, and I can't sleep. And
That's the worst. No, and also knowing that they've got power. That's the worst.
I know. Go and cut the cords. Pull some fuses out of that generator.
Rubbing it in your face.
we'll let the petrol out. But it's bloody hot, and it's
Yeah.
But there's lots more people worse off than us, so it's
Oh.
just power for a bit.
I like the way you said it. How long are you going to kick back at the petrol station for, Kylie?
Oh, I need to get hold of daycare. I'll probably be leaving in 10 minutes.
Yeah. And is your
I just
hubby
heard
all
you on the
right?
radio.
How's he feeling after his heat stroke?
No, he's still pretty. It's hit him pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, out there in 41-degree heat.
Oh,
And
Seriously.
the only way that you can stop working, because that is
Yes.
your job,
Yes.
is to get heat stroke and
Yes.
fall down.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
otherwise, because
Yes.
I'm guessing a boss isn't going to hear it's too hot to work. I've
Yeah.
got to go home.
Yeah.
Tell
Yeah,
that to the
it's-
customers, you say.
It's quite disgusting, actually.
Oh,
amazing. And you say 41, it was even hotter out there. It was 43 in 2J yesterday.
Wow. Kylie, we're going to give you a Rendezvous per Scarborough overnight stay. You can check out the Rendezvous Film Club with exclusive club lounge access. Head to rendezvousperscarborough.com.au. That's coming your way.
Well done. You deserve that, Carly, you and your
Thank
hubby.
you.
All right. Hope
Go,
the power
so-
comes back on soon.
Yeah, when he can walk straight,
And of
walking
course-
towards Scarborough.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Well, last night as part of my wife's birthday was yesterday, so every time there's a birthday in the household, we go out for dinner. So yesterday we decided just to go down in the beach to one of the places and have dinner together. And when we got there, it was heaving, so many people around because of the heat and stuff
Yes.
like that. But when we were sitting in there, I was looking at the prices thinking, oh, this looks a bit nasty because it's
and
going
yours
to come back to me
famously
price
quite
point.
cheap. And normally
Yeah, really.
you go to like a Chinese restaurant,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah.
As a family
100%.
together.
Because straight
So
away,
that's
because
much cheaper.
I'll usually go to a restaurant where you can get chips at the table. So
Yes.
straight away when I go to any new restaurant, I'll look straight away at the menu and just see how much chips are, and that's a real
Yeah.
good indicator on what
This wasn't a chips
what's
for
gonna
the
happen.
table.
No, but the
place,
drinks,
was it?
Nath, which has got me straight away, and I didn't have anything, but my older son, he had 2 matzos, and they were $16 a pop. A pop.
So a can of
They-
or
I think you
on
buy,
tap?
aren't they
A bottle.
$8 by themselves
So
at the bottle?
$3.75.
They're $8 by themselves at the bottle.
Probably.
The bottle,
Are they?
double.
Are they that
Yeah,
much?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they're pretty expensive.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so that wasn't very good. Cooper, my other son, he decided to have some fancy drink, Aperol, something or other,
Aperol
and each
spritz,
one
yeah.
of them was $17. So I was like, it's choking. Anyway, it's Megan's
Sean
birthday.
had a
so
Red
she can
Bull
have a
and
wine.
Coke. Back at the Aberdeen.
Anyway, before I'd walked in, because I was a couple of minutes late, Megan was already in there. I said to her, get starters underway, because my other son, Ollie, he's come from footy training.
Yes.
He's starving. So
and
they
you want to eat as soon as you sit down. So yes.
So these starters came out on what would be described as a couple of sauces with some lettuce on them, with little bits of cut calamari on them. Yeah, just little bits.
Like
and enough,
how many little
probably,
bits?
if I was there, 3 of those plates should be on one plate, and that would be okay for me. But there was a table of 6,
Sean.
us 6.
I'm so enraged by the very...
I know you would be.
My biggest hate, and we go to a lot of fancy things, is when you're starving
Yes.
and they bring out a plate, and I call them small examples of bullshit. It's just a little thing with a speck of caviar on top of it.
Yep.
And then one little julienne bit of carrot.
And you go,
Single
And
twist.
on a plate bigger than your car.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I was like, oh, my God. And
No,
we
I'm
try to
so
stuff
angry
some
for
bread
you.
down to
Yes,
kick things off. Of course you do that.
Yeah, of course you do.
And then everyone had their main and everything was nice other than they took for ages to get Ollie's out. And when it came out, he had gnocchi, right? And I reckon there was 4 bits of dumpling
Oh my
in there.
God! I went to a restaurant over my break, and I got the ravioli, and there were 3 pieces of ravioli.
I've seen that before. Yeah.
No, and
I've seen that
every
before.
part was delicious, but I shouldn't have a 1,000% memory of eating every part.
I agree.
Well, I
The
mean,
3 parts.
the chef's happy that you do.
yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I've got to say, the food was really tasty.
Yes.
I'm not bagging that out before. But
No.
then we finished,
but
right?
more of it would be good.
We finished, and I pay the bill, 2 courses and a couple of drinks for 3 people. I'm drinking water, Sonny, Oliver. $535. I then had to go through the bloody drive-through at Mozzie Park at Red Rooster to bloody order
Order
shit.
chicken and
Oh,
chips
well, they've got
again,
that
eh?
$5 deal.
Yeah.
I know, but everyone wanted a chicken roll. You know, chicken roll's $9.25 now.
Yeah, chicken roll prices have
Sean,
gone up.
did you
They
have a
have,
chicken
Sean.
roll?
What are you telling
Sean?
me?
Yeah.
I thought you were
No,
being...
no.
Really?
I abstained.
Did you?
What did you
just
have?
ate the lettuce off
Did you have a
that
bag of
tiny plate.
cornmeals? Red Rooster sells
I end up
cornmeals.
starving
Luckily, your wife's
Fair
birthday
dinkum, mate.
is worth it.
500 and something.
Yes.
No, it's
Yes.
not. No, it's not.
She's listening.
I love
100%.
Megan, and I think that
100%.
I think everyone deserves something special on their birthday, but that's ridiculous.
Sean
you
just
follow that?
pulled an eye muscle. He rolled his eyes so hard.
She's deserving of it. No,
Happy
can you tell?
birthday, Megan.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean in podcast form. What do I say? What do I say? Tell me I'm gonna know.
From favourite beach getaways to the outback, take your pick of great Aussie trips on the What If app. Book accommodation, flights and more. What if it's Aussie for travel?
All right, up for grabs. We've got $500 cash thanks to our mates. What if so you can start planning your next holiday?
Mandy, first cab off the rank. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you all?
Great,
Oh,
Mandy.
we're great, Mandy. We've chosen a really great place to visit in
Yes,
Australia.
we do. Yeah, this is the top spot.
I've done this.
There are so many of those great places.
Yeah,
I
in
know,
Australia.
right?
Yeah. I've gone to this place. You've been to this place?
Never
that we've
been,
chosen?
never been, no.
Yeah,
Never
when I was
been.
a kid.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting stuff. So, Mandy, you just have to ask us a question about the place, and we'll give you a yes or no answer. If you get a yes, you can have a guess, or you can ask another question. If you get a no, we're going to move on to someone else. You ready?
Ready.
All right.
All right.
My question is, does it have quokkas?
Oh, does it, Nathan?
That is very interesting.
I mean, the fact that we're checking rules out probably one major place.
How the hell did you?
that'll
No,
be
because she's-
interesting.
I mean,
this is not an official answer to you, by the way, Mandy. I'm going to say no.
no, it does. Nathan's nodding. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
he's
One
checking,
moment.
he's
Just
checking.
talk amongst yourself there, Maddie.
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
so sorry.
Um,
So I'm taking it it's going to be over now.
that's not the same one.
No, what we going?
No, I didn't.
The
Are we going to give her another opportunity, or are we going to say no, Natalie?
because that's
It doesn't seem to be definitive at this point.
Yeah. Ben,
gonna
you're
say
saying
yeah.
you know.
Don't put it on me.
You saying you
So
know,
it-
Ben?
Are you saying it doesn't?
He's saying it. He said just it did.
I'm going to say yes. Yes, we're going to say yes. It does. But the fact that we had to Google it should tell you a lot. Okay, keep going.
Yes. So does it have kangaroos?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it Kangaroo Island?
It is not.
Kangaroo Island.
Thank
But
you,
Mandy,
Mandy.
you have done an amazing job for everybody
What,
else.
and
I
I
you have.
feel
by asking a question that stumped us all.
that
Well
was
done.
a crazy first question.
know.
Hello, Matt.
Hello, how are you?
Great,
good.
Maddie.
Good, Matt.
All right. Ask your
I
question.
couldn't hear any of those questions on my end. So
Oh, okay. So,
Okay, so she asked if the place had quokkas, right? And we had to Google for a very long time to find the answer, and we found out that yes, the place does have quokkas.
and kangaroos. Okay,
And
so that's where
kangaroos
we're
was the
at.
second one,
And it's
all
not
right?
Kangaroo Island. So ask your question.
could I just have a guess? Is it Geraldton?
It is not.
It's not
Geraldton.
Geraldton. Geraldton does have kangaroos.
Does it have
quokkas?
quokkas?
No.
I know. Rachel's in Rossmoyne. Morning, Rach.
Hi guys, how you going?
Good,
Good,
Rach.
Hi,
Rach. We're
Rach.
trying to figure out what the tourist destination is. We know it's in Australia as well. It's got quokkas, it's got kangaroos.
Could it be Taronga Zoo?
It could be. It is. That's
Rachel.
Rachel, that's why it knocked us for a 6 when we got that
That's
first
what I
question.
thought.
Yes.
Specifically about
But
quokkas.
when she said kangaroos, that's when I was like, okay, it's a zoo.
But it could have been any zoo, Rach. So why?
Yeah,
I know,
it's the
and I
most
just went
famous
Sydney,
one, isn't
and
it?
I was like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. Okay,
Yeah.
come on.
Well done, Rach. You've scored $500
thank you, guys.
cash thanks to What If.
Thank you. I got through on Monday and failed, so I'm glad I got through again.
Congratulations.
There you
And
go.
also, everybody we just spoke to, they got on air. You know what
Yeah.
that means. They're in the running to see Tay-Tay in
You
Tokyo.
too, Rach.
Oh yeah,
I
Rach.
know. Sweet little
Thank
bonus
you.
for you there, Rach. Well played.
All right, everyone. We'll do it again tomorrow, everybody.
Visit somewhere else, maybe research it a little bit more before we...
Great
Who would
question,
ever, who would
though.
ever
Great
have
question.
thought? Does this
Opening
place
question.
have quokkas?
Yes.
And then also on the day that we did a zoo.
I know. I know. What are the chances?
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.